Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. There was an armed robbery this morning in San Ignacio Town. According to reports, the incident happened around 8 o'clock this morning when a lone gunman targeted a business establishment on Buena Vista Street. According to reports, the proprietor of New Yang Store, situated on Buena Vista Street, had just opened for business this morning when a gunman pounced on the female owner. Indications are that the woman's husband, who was upstairs of the establishment, came to her rescue, and there was reportedly an exchange of gunfire with the perpetrator. The armed robber is believed to be this man, escaped prisoner Emmanuel Willoughby, who is also known as Mangar. Willoughby escaped from the Belize Central Prison in Hattieville late last year, and reports are that he has been preying upon residents of the Santiago Juan layout area of San Ignacio Town. This morning's incident could have had a much more terrible outcome, as there were many school children in the area at the time heading to classes when the armed robbery was unfolding. There was a quick response by San Ignacio police, but not before the gunman managed to escape in some nearby bushes just off the Bullet Tree Road. Late this evening, officers of the San Ignacio police station were still in the area of Branch Mouth, where Willoughby was reported to have been seen across the river. Authorities consider Willoughby to be armed and dangerous, and caution should be exercised. If you see the suspect, you are asked to call the police hotline at 911. After weeks of back and forth, Monday, January 26th has been named as the date for the start of the 2015 sugar crop. This morning, the Sugar Industry Control Board met with the leaders of the three associations that are now legally able to deliver cane to the BSI ASR factory at Tower Hill. Those being the Belize Sugarcane Farmers Association, the Corozal Sugar Producers Association, and the United Cane Farmers Association. During a meeting of the SICB this morning with representatives of all three associations, a statement of commitment was signed in which all parties gave an undertaking to work together to develop a strategic development plan for the sugar industry during the course of the current sugar crop. With the sugar crop finally getting underway next week, there will be substantial investments made in the field and at the factory. Today's announcement of Monday's start date for the milling of sugarcane comes on the heels of the passage of the amended Sugar Industry Amendment Bill through Parliament and signature by the Governor General, bringing it into force on Wednesday. As we have reported before, the primary goal of the amended law is to give effect to a Supreme Court order to secure the freedom of association for cane farmers, ending decades of monopoly for the BSCFA as the sole entity representing cane farmers. The Sugar Industry Amendment Act is effective January 14th. There was a road traffic accident early this morning on the Boom Hattieville Road. It involved a truck and a bus carrying workers for Ready Call. It happened around 9 o'clock this morning, a short distance from the Belize Central Prison. Reports are that the bus crashed into the rear of the truck, causing minor injuries to two of the Ready Call workers, who were subsequently given medical treatment at the hospital and released. Both the truck and the bus were heading in the same direction, generally towards the Belize Central Prison. The bus driver says there was no indication that the truck was about to exit the main road and into a side road, and a collision could not be avoided. The driver of the truck tells a different story. He says that he was heading towards a sand pit in the area and had put on his indicators and had his foot on the brakes and was about to make the turn when he felt the impact of the collision. Police investigations continue. The investigation into the murder of Roaring Creek businessman 24-year-old Emerson Daly continues by Belmopan police. Daly's decomposed body was retrieved from the Belize River on Wednesday morning, and initially police had said the body had what appeared to be stab wounds. Today, however, the police press office release said that a post-mortem examination conducted on Daley's body showed that the cause of death was the result of a gunshot wound to the head. Daley's body was buried on Wednesday afternoon in his home village. 2 persons are being questioned in connection with Daley's murder, and police investigations continue. The 9 o'clock news will return right after these messages.
Precision handling, high performance braking, smooth and comfortable ride. Tame the road, Hankook tires.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of My TV is it costs as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. My TV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
We all have our bucket list and plan to start fulfilling them someday.
Anytime now. Don't worry, babe. You can do it.
Go, Mom! You can do this!
Why not turn someday into today with an easy credit personal loan? Atlantic Bank can make it happen. We offer loans at competitive interest rates with low monthly payments for all your financing needs, because life should be easy.
How was it, Mom?
It was good.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
When I exercise, I do only the most rigorous and complex techniques to challenge my body and keep it at its best. When I am building my body strength, I go for the heavy weights to keep my muscles challenged. When I prepare my meals, I make sure everything is fresh and tap into all my food groups. When I need internet service, I use Smart Zoom service to ensure reliability and speed. I am Rigo Veos, 2-time Mr. Belize. I use only the best. I choose smart, and so should you.
The police department was the beneficiary of a piece of community spirit from the Santiago Castillo group of companies today. They received a Sankey brand water cooler valued at $400, which will be installed at the police's booth in the Sancas Plaza, which overlooks the heavily trafficked Belcan roundabout. The area is home to several major businesses and branches of First Caribbean, Atlantic, and Heritage banks, and is thus a hotspot for crime, making the booth a necessary tool for the department in maintaining law and order. But all of that work can get tiring, and the water cooler will offer instant refreshment for thirsty officers. We spoke with Cassia Castillo Marin, the centralized purchasing and marketing manager for Sancas Group.
Yes, well, no, we realized that there was a need for a water cooler now, and we can't have our policemen not being properly hydrated so that they can take care of all of us. So we have taken it upon ourselves to donate them a water cooler for that cause.
How much does the cooler cost, if I may ask?
Cooler, I believe it should be around between a $350 to $400 value.
Okay, is it one of the brands that Sancas carries?
No, well, we don't carry water coolers, so we purchase that for them directly. But definitely, if there ever is a need for anything that we carry, we're more food and wholesale items.
Okay, but tell us how important is having that police booth inside the plaza and overlooking the general area?
No, we're very appreciative for this booth right here. It makes our customers feel safe, our employees feel safe, all of us feel safe in general. Of course, Belize has come a long way. I believe crime is getting better, but we can never be too safe. So having them there just a stone throw away, it helps to add that extra safety to our parking lot. And we're very appreciative for that.
Accepting for the department was Deputy Officer Commanding Precinct 4, Inspector of Police Francisco Ack, who explains that police are doing more than simply patrolling the area.
This will be very helpful for the police who works here at the booth. And we accept and appreciate the donation from the management of Sancas Company Limited.
Okay, how long has this booth been in operation? Because this is, of course, a very heavily trafficked area with many businesses, and therefore a greater potential for crime and that kind of thing.
Well, it has been in operation for quite some time now, and it has been very helpful, and we get positive feedbacks from the business community, and they appreciate what the police have been doing here at the booth, and not just sitting down here at the booth, but visiting and interacting with members of the business community here in this area.
A jury of 9 women and 3 men was deliberating the guilt or innocence of 26-year-old Cordell Flores and 23-year-old Warren Lewis late this evening. Flores and Lewis are charged with the murder of Alberto Allen. The case was being heard, or the case is being tried before Justice Roadio Gonzalez in the Supreme Court. During the first trial in March of 2013, a juror made comments in the presence of a police officer in favor of the accused, which the prosecution said showed evidence of prejudgment and bias, which would deny the men a fair trial. A mistrial was declared and a trial before a new jury ordered. On August 18, 2009, Flores and Lewis are accused of driving Allen in Lewis's car to a feeder road off mile 4 on the George Price Highway, then shot in the back after exiting the vehicle. Allen was also slashed in the throat and had a piece of stick pushed down his throat, as well as head injuries caused by a blunt instrument. In testimony, Coroner Dr. Mario Estrada Brand certified the cause of death to be trauma from the throat slash. A trio of witnesses testified to Lewis admitting to killing Allen as previously described, and he gave a caution statement now in evidence admitting to killing Allen. However, attorney Oscar Salgado accused Senior Superintendent Alford Greenidge of inducing Lewis to give the statement, allegedly promising to help him through the case. As a favor to his father, Lewis claimed to believe that Greenidge said Lewis, that is, claimed to believe what Greenidge said, which motivated him to speak up. The statement Senior Superintendent Greenidge took down was not given after caution, and when Sergeant Nicholas Palomo was called to corroborate the senior officer's hearing of the confession, Lewis refused to repeat it, and Sergeant Palomo allegedly punched him in the stomach, put a pistol to his head, and threatened to blow it off if he did not. Lewis gave in, but from the prisoner's dock, maintained that he did not commit the crime. He said that on August 18, 2009, he got out of his vehicle on Central American Boulevard and went to a store to buy some items. He said when he returned to his car, he saw a man of dark complexion sitting in his car. He said the man pointed a pistol at him and ordered him to drive to Farbers Road. He said that when they reached an undisclosed location on Farbers Road, he was ordered to stop, and when he did, two men entered his car with what appeared to be a human body wrapped that should be in blue canvas. He said the gunman ordered him to drive to a dirt road off Mile 4 on the George Price Highway, and about 200 yards into the road, the men dumped that body that they had in the canvas. Lewis said the men then made him drive them to Farbers Road where they got out. Lewis said he then drove to Jane Usher Boulevard where he met Flores, and Flores asked him for a lift. He said that after Flores got in the car, he told Flores what had happened. It was then, said Lewis, the police came and detained them. Flores, who was represented by attorney Alifa Elrington Hyde, gave a statement from the dock in which he denied that he committed the crime. He said he was nowhere near the scene at the time. The evidence from the prosecution was that a .380 pistol was found under the passenger seat of Lewis's car when they detained him and Flores. But according to Salgado, the prosecution failed to establish whether the .380 slug found in Allens's body matched the rifling inside the barrel of the gun found in Lewis's car. The Crown is being represented by Crown Counsel Shaniza Smith, who was also prosecutor in the first aborted trial. The Belize Electricity Limited is exercising its corporate citizenship by extending a helping hand to some senior citizens. As part of the state-owned Utilities Electricity Bill Pay Awards program, BEL will pay the monthly electricity bill for an entire year for 225 senior citizens. A short ceremony was held this morning at BEL's corporate headquarters, where some of the senior citizens received their award. BEL says that the senior citizens whose light bill is being paid were chosen based on a set of criteria, including that they be over 65 years old and registered as a golden citizen, have an account with BEL, billed under the social rate category, and that they consume less than 60 kilowatt hours for the month at their place of residence. Included in this year's 225 awardees are 89 who were selected in 2014 and will continue on to a second year of the program. A third category of awardees is also being established, which will be known as the lifetime awardees, who, once selected, will remain on the program permanently. The news on the national channel.
Precision handling, high performance braking, smooth and comfortable ride. Tame the road. Hankook Tires.
My dad never misses a football match.
Me neither.
Are you enjoying this game or what?
I'm loving every minute of it.
I can't miss this game, but I can't see it either.
Here, now you can. The game's on me.
Now, wherever there's internet, you don't have to miss a single minute of TV. And the best part of MyTV is it costs as little as $10 monthly for Central TV and Internet's customers. With 25 channels at your fingertips, you'll always be tuned in. MyTV is available only at Central TV and Internet. Log on and discover a new world of mobile TV.
Hey, do you happen to have a beer?
We all have our bucket list and plan to start fulfilling them someday.
Anytime now. Don't worry, babe. You can do it.
Go, Mom! You can do this!
Why not turn someday into today with an easy credit personal loan? Atlantic Bank can make it happen. We offer loans at competitive interest rates with low monthly payments for all your financing needs. Because life should be easy.
How was it, Mom?
It was good.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
When I exercise, I do only the most rigorous and complex techniques to challenge my body and keep it at its best. When I am building my body strength, I go for the heavy weights to keep my muscles challenged. When I prepare my meals, I make sure everything is fresh and tap into all my food groups. When I need internet service, I use Smart Zoom service to ensure reliability and speed. I am Rigo Veos, two-time Mr. Belize. I use only the best. I choose smart, and so should you.
Somebody say live the life. Live the life. Somebody say live the life. Somebody say live the life. Live the life. Live the life.
To end the news, a reminder of the main points again. The 2015 sugar crop will start on Monday. The announcement was made today following a meeting of the SICB and representatives of the three associations representing cane farmers. An armed robbery was reported this morning in San Ignacio town. Police are still looking for the gunman believed to be escaped prisoner Emmanuel Willoughby. And 2 people were injured in a collision this morning involving a bus and a dump truck on the Boom Hattieville Road. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. Our news lines remain open at all times, and you can visit our webpage for continuing coverage of the latest news from across Belize. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good night.